What up, YouTube? It's your boy Pubs, and today I want to talk to you about the Call of Duty World League, the CWL as it's known. And before you say, oh shit, I'm not watching no video about COD esports, I can't stand COD esports, please give me a couple minutes of your time. I'm not here to convince you to support COD esports. I'm here to convince you to support yourselves, and I'm going to explain how. All right? So let's get to it. Okay, so in the CWL, there's two divisions. There's the Pro Division, which is obviously the pro players. Then you have the Challenger Division, which is the amateur series. The problem with this is I think Activision looked at it and said, okay, this is how we try to include everybody in the COD World League. We have the pros who we're going to spotlight and push, and then we have everybody else. These are the people that are wannabe pros. These are the amateurs. These are people that we want to give them an option to look and say, oh, maybe Call of Duty esports is for me. Maybe I'm not a pub player. Maybe I want to compete and I want to get better and I want to work as a four-person team. And I think that was their answer to this. That was their answer of how you include everybody from the community into COD esports and grow COD esports over the years. Because the idea of having an amateur series is that it's a pathway, right? It's a pathway to the pro series. Now, let me point out a couple of quick things about this. The people that are listed as being pro players from around the world that qualify to actually build a team to partake in regional LAN events to try and qualify for the World League season, majority of those pros will not even qualify to be in the pro series. Let that soak in for a second. So you have a list of pro players that we've all come accustomed to as being known as pro players that moving forward, they may not be pros any longer. You can call it a culling if you want. Activision is going to clean up maybe a watered down COD esports. You know, maybe that was the trade-off. Hey, pro players, we're going to give you everything we want. We're going to give you more money. We're going to give you a better system. We're going to give you a better game. We're going to give you a more professional league. We're going to give you guys the opportunity to grow, to be looked at as being a serious esport. But here's the trade-off. There'll be less of you, which increases your chances of making more money, huh? Right? I think the majority of the teams at the top that are always at the top said, yeah, that's a great idea. And I think the teams that are on the fence or on that fringe of qualifying and not qualifying are like, oh man, I don't know. And then you have the people that are like, wait a second, we've never placed better than 12 in our lives. But we're pros. We're not going to qualify. What are we going to do now? Activision, what do you mean? We can't qualify. Oh. You see, that's the problem. Is that to make the pro series or the pro division or COD esports look more professional, they had to fix a lot of what's broken, right? And part of what's broken was too many teams that are considered, or players that are considered pros that shouldn't be pros, right? When you limit it at this point, you kind of creating a backflow, a log jam, because you make this system now, right? Think about this. So you have a pro series, a pro division for the pro players, but the majority of pro players won't even qualify to partake in the pro division. So then you have a challenger division, which is supposedly for all the amateurs and the wannabes and people just to figure out if they like COD esports or not. But then the idea is that these people will eventually one day become pros themselves, right? So you're feeding your own system. Think of it like a farm team in sports, right? You're feeding the majors, you're feeding the pros over time, right? New players will come up and get better. They'll make their way up to the pro, but it'll never work that way because you're always going to have a log jam, a backflow of pro players that are no longer considered pro players waiting to get back into the pro division, right? So what are you trying to sell the everyday Call of Duty player? To me, what you're selling is that the Challenger Division is just a way to waste your time, right? You're better off playing UMG events for money. You're better off doing, I wouldn't really suggest playing game battles, but you get what I'm saying. You'd be better off going and playing there and playing for some recognition there than playing in the amateur division because you'll never get out of that, right? You're going to be stuck there. Now, you might get invited to some LAN events, being one of the best teams in the Challenger Division, but really you're just a sacrificial lamb at the end of the day. Because if you do qualify and be able to make it into a pool play or an open pool that qualifies you, you made it, you qualified, you got your ticket to the show, and you're going to go up against these teams, these pro teams that have been playing other pro top level players all year, you won't stand a chance. You're just an easy ticket for the number one ranked team because that's who you're going to get matched up against. You're going to go up against the best team in the world at that time. there is no hope for you. There is no point. And now that's what I'm saying is that Activision created this Challenger division to be the representative of everybody else. That's not the pros. But it really does not represent everybody. It just represents the wannabes. They're the pros that couldn't cut it, or people that are kind of interested in COD esports that think that it's going to make them cooler if they belong to COD esports, so they can go and tell their friends or on forums, I play esports, you play pubs. But in reality, no, you just like playing with that rule set, and that's fine. That's awesome. But understand that that Challengers division is not going to get you anywhere. It's just not. It's just not going to equate to you being a pro one day. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. Now, my point is this, is that Activision missed the boat when they could have and should have done something with the COD World League that would have included an option, okay? An option for everybody. A real option for everybody. Because the majority of people that play this game have no intention of wasting their time playing with 3 other people, rearranging their personal lives and their schedules so they can practice, scrim, play events, play tournaments outside of the COD World League to get better, deal with people's personal problems, all the drama that comes with, having a tight-knit 4-person crew. Majority of people want nothing to do with that. That turns them off to it too. It's not even the rule set half the time. It's the idea that this is what goes into actually building a team. They want nothing to do with that. So you missed the boat, Activision, on this. There should have been a 3rd division, and here's my solution. The 3rd division should have been the Lonewolf Division, the free-for-all series. This was the best option to include everybody. Now, would everybody that plays Call of Duty go, oh yeah, that's for me, they made an option for me? Well, yes and no. Does it include everybody? Does it give everybody an option? Does having a 3rd division, a Lone Wolf division for the solo player, the free-for-all player? Yes, you can officially say it does include everybody, because you have a Pro Series, a 4-man team, a 4-person team. You have a Challenger division, which is like the minor leagues, amateurs for the Pro Series. This way, anybody can build a 4-person team and play and have hopes and dreams of making it to the top one day. And then you have a Lone Wolf division where the individual player can go and compete and play and try to be the best, and they don't have to deal with the drama of having a team. They don't have to deal with the time restrictions of working with a team and rearranging their lives and the grind that goes in with that. They grind on their own time, work on their own skills, they do their own thing, what they're used to doing, yet they can still partake in the Call of Duty World League and play for a chance at a lot of money. And it's all on them, and they're fine with that because it fits their lifestyle, it fits their schedule, it fits their gaming habits. And I think that's what Call of Duty World League missed the boat. I think they really missed the boat on not having this 3rd option, which would include the entire Call of Duty community. Here you go. Here's your 3rd option. Here you go, everybody. We made it so the COD World League appeals to everybody. To everybody. Now, you could take it a step further and say, well, no, a lot of people like to play 6v6 in clans. Well, and they did away with clan wars. Well, what they're saying with that is you need to whittle it down to 4 people. That's what they're saying. Take your 6-man team, make it a 4-man team. Here's the structure. We have it for you. It's called the Challenge Division. And I'll buy that. I'll take that. I'll take the Challenge Division to replace the 6v6. I'll take that. I can live with that. I can live with that if there is the 3rd division, which is the Lone Wolf Division for the solo player, the free-for-all series. To me, it makes complete sense. And that's why I'm going to leave it to you. Do you think, leave a comment, hit like if you agree with what I'm saying, dislike if you don't agree with what I'm saying, you like the way COD Esports is, you don't think the free-for-all is a good option. I think it's a great option personally, and I think the money should be the same kind of breakdown. If the best Call of Duty 4-person team, the Pro Series, wins $400,000 and each player gets $100,000 for winning it all, the free-for-all player should probably get $150,000 for winning it all. And then you break down and you pay out the top 12 players in the world in the free-for-all, right? And you do it the same way like basketball does March Madness, college basketball does March Madness. You do these huge tourneys, right? Same breakdown. You have these LAN events. You have the online play, right? Then you do these LAN events and you invite the top, say, 120 or the top 64 players, and they compete at these different LAN event stages. And then ultimately you get down to the top 32, say, for the world championship, and you whittle it down to the number 1 player, and the top 12 get paid out. Genius idea, right? Freaking genius idea. I think it's a great idea, and I think it's something that we should all get behind and we should all support, because it's my idea. No, I'm just kidding. But I think it's a great idea. So leave a comment, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Enjoy it. Anyway, people, I'm out. I ranted long enough. I just chewed up 11 minutes of your time. Peace.